I'm Mary Turner. I recently moved to Manhattan, Kansas with my husband and 3 kids. We moved here from Louisville, Kentucky because my oldest son, Josh, he got a full-ride scholarship here to Kansas State University. So, since I never got a high school diploma, I wanted to do everything I could to ensure that he gets a good education, and we knew that by moving here, that would really help in supporting him.
Although Mary has nearby and inexpensive opportunities to be physically active, she will most likely choose not to go out of her way to be physically active at the park due to her core values and how she was raised. Because Mary used to live in a bad neighborhood with unsafe sidewalks and high crime rates, she is not going to change her habits and values once she moves to Manhattan, where there is safer parks, sidewalks, and a higher walkability score. According to a cross-sectional study conducted in April of 2017 on older adults living on low income, results showed that neighborhood walkability was not associated with physical activity volume, physical activity intensity, and self-reported walking for transportation. Instead, significant predictors of physical activity included socio-demographic factors, physical function, and attitudinal factors.
Now I'll show you my house. Well, this is where my family and I live, and we chose this home because it's a very comfortable house. It meets all of our needs, and it's very reasonably priced. And there are no steps, which is definitely helpful for my disabled husband. And when we got here, we had to sell my car so we could put down the down payment and the first month's rent. 4 houses down from where we live, there is an ATA bus stop. And my family and I really utilize this because obviously we no longer have a car.
Although her son is able to use the ATA bus transportation for free due to being a K-State student, Mary must purchase a fare in order to use the services. Because of her financial situation, she qualifies for the half-fare program, cutting the monthly cost of $30 a month down to $15 instead. ATA buses also provide services for people with disabilities, making this easier for her husband to utilize these services as well.
This is the First Presbyterian Church, and it is right across from my home. This is one of the places that I volunteer at. I love to volunteer and get involved and give back to my community. And I also volunteer at Meadowlark Hills, so I can show you around there. Alright, so this is Meadowlark Hills Retirement Home, and I decided to volunteer here because I did a lot of volunteering back in Louisville, Kentucky, and since I don't work, this is a great way for me to get out of the house and interact with people. Alright, this is the community room, and one of the things I do as a volunteer is on Tuesdays there's coffee bar. Right now it's not set up for it, it's set up for Sunday morning mass. But for coffee bar, I get to hand out drinks and snacks to the residents and interact them and really get to know them.
We really appreciate all of our volunteers here at Meadowlark because they give us an opportunity to run all of the events we have for all the residents here, and it gives us an opportunity to bring the residents joy and everything and have kind of like a schedule and everything so they can participate in activities. Every month or so, we try to host some events for our volunteers and thank them for their time and everything. So our community here is we really rely on the volunteers here in that they are so much more helpful than they ever realize.
I always come to Goodwill to get all the clothes I need. Volunteering at Meadowlark Hills, I have to wear business casual clothes. So I come here to get clothes for a cheaper price. Shopping for 3 growing teenagers is definitely a challenge and can be very pricey. But here at Goodwill, we have this shirt right here that is $2.49. It's not quite as stylish, but it's definitely cheaper. And we have our warmer clothes. This one is only $5. And since coming here, the weather is definitely a lot cooler. And so it's nice to be able to come here and find cheap winter clothes.
When shopping for groceries, Mary chooses to shop at Walmart in order to find great deals and values to fit within her $200 a month budget.
Unfortunately, with our budget, I'm not really able to purchase a lot of fresh foods for my family. Instead, I have to focus more on like serving size and, really sticking to my budget and like trying to find cheaper meals that'll feed all of us instead of just trying to find like fresh fruits. Since moving to Manhattan, our food budget is a lot less strict than what it used to be. Since we sold our car, we're able to put the money that we would put on gas each month towards our food budget. And Josh is also able to shop at Cat's Cupboard to get all of his groceries and toiletries that he needs, which is also, that's a big help towards our budget, so I only have to feed 2 kids instead of 3.
As Mary mentioned before, her son, Josh, is able to utilize K-State's Cat's Cupboard as a resource for food and toiletries. With his student ID, he's able to make trips to Cat's Cupboard any day of the week and grab items that he needs free of charge. K-State offers this resource for students as a way to help alleviate some of their financial needs. In this short video provided by Kansas State University, they will explain some statistics about student life and food insecurity that may come to you as a surprise. On their website, it states that at the time of your first visit, you will fill out a first-time user survey and scan your Wildcat ID. At each additional visit thereafter, you will need to bring and scan your ID. They encourage you to bring your own reusable bags. However, they typically have boxes and plastic bags on hand for you to fill as you need. You can also find additional resources on their website as well, including free hot meal dinners around the city provided by various nonprofit organizations every single night. This is a great way for Mary and her family to alleviate some of the food bills because Josh can take his entire family to these dinners free of charge every night of the week. Other resources they provide as well are easy recipes that you can make with the items straight from their food pantry itself. Not only does Cat's Cupboard provide food and toiletry items, but they also provide an abundance of community resources, healthy eating habits, tips, and a strong, supportive K-State family to help students in need.